This is two old sleepy eye pictures. This one has stain and a small chip. No other damage. Mostly just stain and that small chip. This one the stain has been removed and it's ready to go ahead with the repair of that chip and that chip. This chip will be done with milliput. This chip I will mold. Folks, when a piece is stained like this, the chip right here, it'll be soft a little bit from the age. Now these are approximately 100 years old. When we take the stain out of them, it may look nice and clean and white, but I know that this is a little bit softer right down in here, and that's why I take a Dremel, and I bevel a 90-degree angle right along the edge, and then I grind away some of this soft pottery so that the milliput will do its best job. Nothing should be between the milliput and the pottery, or even the old pottery. This has to be beveled away a little bit. But it's important to put this 90-degree drop off along the edge. It's important because of the way we apply milliput. Now this one I will grind and prepare for the milliput. And on this side, I'm going to grind half of that. So you can see a before and after, so to speak. Now that's an example of preparing it, just one half of it. That gives me a 90-degree angle on each edge, and it gets rid of some of this older, softer pottery. This is after the milliput has been applied, and it's before sanding. This is after the molding procedure has been done, and it's before sanding. Both of these methods are excellent, but I found that it's easier to mold a large missing piece or a chunk or whatever than it is to do the milliput. There's a thin layer of excess that runs from here to here and under here a little bit. My sanding will be right along that transition. There should be very little excess across there. There normally always is a void or an extra little chunk of the two-part adhesive that's poured in there. Now both the molding process And the milliput fill must go on clean, stain-free pottery to get its best adhesion. That's why we find it necessary to clean each piece. For the best repair, it has to be clean. The techniques for molding a missing part leaves very little excess to sand, just along the edges, along that 90-degree drop-off. And Joanna does a milliput, and she has perfected it in such a way that there's very little to sand. So most sanding I do is with 400 grit and 600 grit. 400 and 600. That usually takes care of most sanding that we do. Folks, I've used other methods for masking the primer, cut paper, just different things. But I find it best and easiest and quickest just to use mold builder, rubber latex. Now that's the chip that's been repaired by molding, and that's the one that's been repaired with milliput, and they've both been lightly sanded, and I feel like they're ready for primer. I always use white primer. This area was molded and required very little sanding. This is an example of, Joanna's milliput is very concise, and I had little sanding on it too. Let me just set the phone down and take this off. Now there's very little cleanup. Let that dry for a few days, and then there will be a lightly sanding. It's looking good.